Good morning, Atlanta. Today on Play to Win. Why leave a champion? No more Tom Brady? And is it win or bust for the Rams? It's all that and more coming up next on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, Find New Roads, Bojangles, and Reliable Heating and Air. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, college and SEC football expert Chris Marler, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is being brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Happy Saturday, everyone. Our hometown team report is brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. We've got a really special show for everyone today. Some guests joining us in the house. We have missed you guys. Of course, we have Bob Whitfield, but we also have Jesse Tuggle, the Hammer, joining us today, and home team Brandon Leak, my guy from 680 The Fan. So good to have you all in the house today to talk some fun stuff, all things football. You know, our season is kind of coming to an end, but as we all know, it's just heating up. And we've got, you know, speaking of a little bit of heat in the tweets, wide receiver Jermaine Burton is transferring from UGA to Alabama, and it got a little bit of a response from Mecole Hardman. He said, how are you going to go to the team we just beat and leave a team you just won the Natty with? How, I mean, honestly, why is he so salty, Bob?
Look, I can tell you why Jermaine Burton went, because he only had 2 catches for like 28 yards in that big game. So it was like, yo, y'all didn't give me enough run. And leading up to it in the game against Michigan, he did have a touchdown on a 57-yard reception. But when you look at his overall numbers, he probably said, hey, they need receivers in Alabama of my quality. And if they want to give me more run, maybe I'll try that transfer portal out. And easy peasy. And that's what this new portal gives you. You know what I'm saying, B?
Bottom line is 2 wide receivers for Alabama got 1,000 yards, and none of them for the Bulldogs got 1,000 yards. So he wants to eat and get his tape ready for the NFL. I understand Mecole, he loves the dog, so it's part of his family as well. But the bottom line is, Mecole, if we want to keep it 100, keep it a buck, as the kids say, he left 3 years early so he could do what was best for his family, and now Jermaine Burton has to leave to go do what's best for his family.
All right, guys, when we come back, we're going to talk college coaches in the hot seat. You don't want to miss it. It's coming up next on football's Play to Win.
On or off the field, we all have rules to play by. But what happens after a serious car crash? When the insurance company won't play fair? At Montlick & Associates, we know injury law, and we know what it takes to win. After all, we've been winning in our field for over 35 years. If you've been injured, we're here to help. Simply dial #WIN from your cell phone for your free consultation. That's #946.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue, or save up to $4,262 on select models.
And now, most admired alum.
Get up there.
This is so embarrassing.
There's no way it's me.
You know her. You love her.
Ruh-roh.
What are you doing here?
It's Anna Gomez.
Who?
Our first gagillionaire. With AT&T Fiber, Anna's got the fastest internet with hyper-gig speed.
I didn't know you went to this school.
We have a lot in common.
Live like a gagillionaire with AT&T Fiber. Now with speeds up to 5 gigs. Limited availability.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Step into the new with a new Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Southeastern Nissan dealer.
Welcome back. Our SEC ACC report is brought to you by Greater Atlanta Nissan. Welcome back to the show, Chris Marlar. We've got the ESPN.com coaches hot seat list out. Now, a whole lot of coaches in the ACC there. Who do you think should be there and who do you think should not be there, Chris?
Well, listen, as you guys know, I love watching ACC football. There's one thing about me. So I'm not going to really weigh in on who should not be, and I'm definitely never going to weigh in on Syracuse football because that'd be fun for nobody. What I will say is those top two guys definitely earn that spot. Mike Norvell, and you also talk about Jeff Collins, Georgia Tech. Mike Norvell, they had a decent season to close out last year. They beat a rival for the first time in quite some time when they beat Miami. They also lost to Jacksonville State. But I tell you what, Jeff Collins is a guy I love. I think he's really created a great culture at Georgia Tech. That has not really translated into wins, and at some point, you have to be held to a standard. And you're talking about a football program that may not be on par with the other team in state or even that great mid-range in the ACC. But it's also a program that only had 3 combined losing seasons in the 25 years before Jeff Collins was there. Jeff Collins had 3 straight losing seasons as the head coach, so it's time to go.
And if you look at that list, there is currently no SEC coaches on it. But how realistic is it that all 14 of those coaches are still around in January? Jesse?
Well, probably not realistic because you don't know what can happen from now until the season starts. But at the same time, when you look at the SEC and the coaches that they have, really, you just need to concentrate on 2 teams, I think, as of right now, and that's Georgia and Alabama. Because the rest of the guys, I think the other 12, really, if they want to keep their jobs, they're going to have to find a way to compete with those 2 teams there because that's who run the SEC right now. And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Brandon, really quick, anybody on that list that you don't think should have been there or what?
I think that list is fair. Dino Babers, very low in the win column, a 1-win season the year before last. I think everybody else is safe. Shane Beamer, new. You see, a new influx of coaches into the SEC. Josh Heupel and those guys. So I think it's going to be a while before we see SEC coaches get the axe.
Well, guys, when we come back, we're going to move it over and talk some Bulldogs. What are their biggest needs this offseason? It's coming up next on Football's Play to Win.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue or save up to $42.62 on select models.
At Reliable Heating and Air, every day we roll out before the sun rises. We carry a lot in our trucks and use cutting-edge technology and work late so you can sleep easier. We get uncomfortable to restore your comfort and keep you warm all winter long. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Get any size furnace for just $49.99 a month.
I said yes to the vaccine because I believe in the science. Vaccines work.
I said yes to set an example as a faith leader in the community.
The reason I said yes to the vaccine is because I don't want other families to suffer the way my family did.
I said yes because I want school to go back to normal again.
I got the COVID-19 vaccine because I have young grandchildren and a mother who is 92.
Say yes.
Say yes.
Say yes to the COVID-19 vaccine.
You just bought a new house. Now you've got to move. Nobody likes to move. That's why you call Atlanta Peach Movers. Your choice for the best move. No job is too big or too small, and you can be assured your belongings will get where they need to be on time and in one piece. Our in-house training facility ensures our team is ready to offer you unmatched service and a no-hassle moving experience. For the best value in the business, call Atlanta Peach Movers for a free quote today.
Today's University of Georgia report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow ya.
Welcome back. Today's Dog Report is brought to you by Beaver Toyota. Chris Marler, always loving to talk about the Georgia Bulldogs. So, Chris, tell us, what are the dogs' biggest needs this offseason?
Oh, I'll start with humility for one. Pace yourselves, guys. Pace yourselves. I'm excited for you. We all are. But I would say humility. I'm saying that somewhat tongue-in-cheek, somewhat. But I would say also, you got a lot of talent to replace in that defense. And I know Kirby's brought in 5 stars galore on every side of the ball. But defense especially, you're replacing, I think, what some would consider some generational talent down there, which is saying a lot. So you might have, experience on the defensive side. That's going to be big.
Chris gets his voice back, and then he gets snappy. Bob?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, because he's right about that defense with N'Kobe Dean's going to be gone from that defensive, and he was basically the field general for that team. And then I think what we always like to talk about was, with the transfer portal guys leaving and just how that roster shapes up with Jamari Sawyer, the left anchor, is going to be gone. So I think it's going to give opportunity for all those other 5 stars that have been waiting in the wings to have opportunity to play.
Jesse?
You know what? I think they can't get complacent. They got to go out there and continue to work hard each and every day and just make it like they haven't won a national championship yet. And that would keep them motivated and carry them right into the season next year.
And Chris,
that shouldn't be hard either, Jesse. They've been experienced with that a lot, so I agree.
Chris, with Stetson Bennett returning, do you think that finally we're not going to have a quarterback controversy at Georgia?
Why are you doing this to me? This is the 4th straight year we got to do this. 4th straight year. You know what I think?
I could let it go without it.
I think JT Daniels transfers back to Georgia and we start this whole song and dance all over again. That's what I'm hoping for. I think that would be great.
You're the worst.
Okay, thank you.
I meant to say the best. Guys, stick with us when we come back. We are going to talk about the Sean Payton saga. It's all going down on Football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Our attorneys know what it takes to win. AT&T and Beaver Toyota.
You guys are going to love this. We've made it simple. We call it Beaver Direct. You don't have to visit the dealership to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Complete your entire purchase right online. At Beaver Direct, you can quickly obtain a credit approval, have your trade appraised, chat with a specialist, and even switch to video. Beaver Direct was designed to make your car buying experience fast, fun, and easy. We'll trailer your vehicle right to your doorstep for your private test drive. Log on to BeaverToyotaofCumming.com and click on the Beaver Direct button. You'll be done in no time.
It's bow time. Nope, you're not seeing double. Right now, you can get 2 thick, hearty steak biscuits for $5 only at Bojangles. And a deal that good is enough to make anyone dizzy. It's bow time.
Every day, we roll out before sunrise. Our dedication is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Get any size furnace for just $49.99 a month.
If you have psoriasis, it's time to see the possibilities with Taltz. Up to 90% of those with moderate to severe psoriasis saw a significant improvement. Some even saw 100% clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about infections, symptoms, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop, worsen, or if you had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Ask your doctor about Taltz.
It's a touchdown, football fans! Come into Arby's now and touch this brisket, bacon, and beef dip down into a cup of au jus. Arby's, we have the meats.
Today's NFL Report is being brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, servicing Atlanta's heating and air conditioning needs for over 40 years.
Welcome back. Our NFL Report is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Brandon Leak, take us through what is going on with Sean Payton. He's out at New Orleans, kind of a weird way to announce it.
Yeah, it was clear that at his press conference, he had already thought about giving up the ghost before the season even started. I mean, I'm not a petty guy. If I was petty, I'd bring up the fact that he was a part of Bounty Gate, one of the biggest embarrassments in the history of the game of football. If I were petty, I would say the reason he's credited with 15 years is because he was suspended for a year, but I'm not a petty kind of guy. The bottom line is he said he's stepping away. He didn't say that he was completely done with football. He still technically would be under contract with the Saints if somebody else wanted to talk to him. And the bottom line is he's stepping away at a time where the Saints have one of the worst cap situations in the NFL. He doesn't have a starting quarterback, and he's going to lose a ton of talent next year. So it might be the best time for him to get out. He called it stepping away. I'm calling it getting out before stuff really gets hot there in New Orleans.
But luckily, you're not petty, so we didn't get to hear any of those opinions. That's great.
Yeah, not to mention that at LSU, they have a coach that's faking a fake accent. They don't have a basketball team worth a darn, and they don't have a baseball team. Other than that, that's what petty people do.
I knew that's why you're my people. You always have been, and you always will be. Now it's time for our NFL Showdown.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
It's the Niners. It's the Rams. San Francisco's the underdogs. Do you think that matters? How do you see this going, Bob?
You know, I'm going to be petty because my West Side LA people definitely thinking I'm going to think Rams, but I just have this hunch that Bay Area team, 49ers, is going to put something on them. And I think what it is that it's not Jimmy G that's going to guide them to that victory. I think it's that defensive front. And I think when you have the Rams who might be short at, linemen, they had a young player starting at left tackle. He did pretty decent. But, he's going to be facing a different beast when you got Bosa and all those guys coming. So, I like the 49ers to prevail. I like Deebo Samuel, but it's still going to be a close game. But I think the chinks in the harbor, Matthew Stafford, he had some bad throws that they didn't capitalize with interceptions last week. So I think 49ers should prevail in that matchup.
Jesse, if you're the Rams, where are you at mentally right now?
I tell you right now, we've been beat the last two times by the 49ers. We're not going to let it happen again. Bob, like I know, it's tough to lose or win 3 in a row. But I'm telling you, I like the Rams. I like the Rams because this team is built to win right now. There's no waiting trying to develop any players. You went out and got Stafford. You got Odell. You went out and got Von Miller along with the rest of the talent you have there. I think this team is absolutely loaded. They're loaded. So to me, I think this is the time to go out and show everybody what they really made of and can do. And what Tampa Bay did last year, playing in their own stadium, the Rams will have an opportunity to play in their own stadium.
Brandon, the Rams spent a ton of money. You think this whole thing is a waste if they don't win?
Yeah, they not only mortgaged the farm, they mortgaged the oats and the goats. They have 3 draft picks outside of compensatory picks, and they are going all in. They're going to lose Von Miller, their kicker Matt Gay, Sony Michel, and Odell Beckham Jr. to free agency. They have to win and have to win the Super Bowl.
They got to show that they spent the money in the right way. What did you say? Oats and goats? I love it.
The oats and the goats.
The oats and goats. Guys, when we come back, it's the road to the Super Bowl. We're going to break down Bengals and Chiefs, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's all up next.
We break a sweat to get you feeling comfortable. Our commitment is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Get any size furnace for just $49.99 a month.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
When it comes to law firms, there is such a thing as too big and too small. When you're injured, why not call the law firm that's just right for you? At Montlick, we will always give your case the personal attention it deserves.
Kick off your new year with This Is It Southern Kitchen and Barbecue. Eating veggies? We got you. Eating freshly prepared collards, cabbage, and green beans. Eating seafood? We got you. Delicious grilled salmon, whiting, tilapia. Eating keto? We got you. Hickory smoked meats served with no barbecue sauce. Eating healthy Southern? We got you. And then those delicious turkey chops. Order online for pickup or delivery at thisisitbbq.com. Union City Store now open. It's the Rib Tip.
Today's NFL Road to the Super Bowl is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Find new roads.
Welcome back. It's the road to the Super Bowl, and it's brought to you by Georgia Drive Chevy. We just saw Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers be eliminated from the playoffs, but have we seen the last of them in the NFL, Bob?
I think we have to rephrase that. We might not, we're going to see him in the NFL, but we might not see Tom Brady in Tampa or Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. And I think what you learned from last year with the Rams sending their quarterback to Detroit and taking Detroit's quarterback is that teams like veteran quarterbacks still. We know we got youth movement with Patrick Mahomes and the Bills quarterback, but teams still like a savvy veteran. So I maybe see Tom Brady going somewhere. Maybe it's the New York Giants. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, maybe he goes to Vegas. I don't know. But it's one of those things where I just don't think you'll see him in the same place they were last season.
What do you think, Jesse?
Hey, Bob, I got to agree with you as well. The guys are legends. I mean, they're living legends. They obviously they don't want to leave the game right now the way they ended this year. They want to go out as a champion, and so that would definitely motivate them to come back. One thing for sure, I just can't see Roger at all returning to Green Bay, but I truly can see Brady returning to Tampa. So let's see what happens.
I agree with Jesse. I think that if long thinking it over happens for Tom Brady, he still has a pretty good team, a good coach, some familiarity with Tampa Bay. The problem with Aaron Rodgers is the milk has been spilt. I mean, it's closer to trash juice than champagne, what they have going on in Green Bay. The other thing is with their salary cap situation, him making more than $40 million and his number one wide receiver, Devontae Adams, becoming a free agent. I just don't see how he can remain in Green Bay. And so the question I think this offseason will become, where's the fit for the money? Is it Denver? Is it Tennessee? I think that will be one of the discussions everybody will be having for Aaron Rodgers.
And Bengals at Chiefs, do we think Joe Burrow is good enough to win, Bob?
I mean, he's definitely talented enough to win, but is his team ready to win? And I think that's because they're new to this playoff thing. They've been showing us some wins and they've been eking out some wins, but Kansas City is the juggernaut on offense, and Patrick Mahomes definitely showed that savvy when he started just breaking contain in the pocket and picking up yards down the field as a nice nifty runner. I think what you have is Kansas City's defense may not have enough weaponry to slow down Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow didn't really show me all that great umph in his playoff win like he did earlier in the season, probably, because they played each other, and he might can, bring some magic out and eke out a win. But I kind of favor Kansas City in this matchup.
Jesse, which team has the advantage in the trenches?
In the trenches, I would say Kansas City. Did you not watch the game last week when Cincinnati gave up a record 9 sacks? I mean, truly, Joe can pass the ball. He has a good arm, have great wide receivers, but you got to protect the quarterback. And you're not going to get that many chances with Kansas City, because if you score, they're going to score. I'm telling you, it's who going to outscore who. And right now, when you got players like Tyreek Hill, who proved last week that he is definitely the fastest guy in the NFL, it's going to be a showdown. Again, another showdown like last week, but I'm pulling for, I think, the Chiefs going to win it.
Well, the Chiefs are the favorite to win, but how do you see this game going, Brandon?
I think back and forth. Cincinnati beat those guys. Joe Burrow has shown that he has a lot of poise. He and Jamar Chase are certainly a dynamic 1-2 punch, and T. Higgins can be a problem as well. But I think ultimately we're going to see the Chiefs in the cream rise to the crop. I think we're looking at the next best quarterback in the NFL in Patrick Mahomes, and they have some unfinished business. They could be working on 3 Super Bowl wins in the last few years, if not for a loss. So they have to find a way to get back. And I think the Chiefs are going to win, but I think Cincinnati clearly is going to give us a good fight and a good game.
Bob, which way do you see the game going?
Well, see, after listening to what I was thinking earlier, and I'm saying
you were listening to you?
Yeah, I was listening to myself, the Chiefs, and I was like, maybe I want a closer matchup. But Jesse made that point. When you giving up that many sacks, and I'm like, you're going to get destroyed by Mahomes now.
Well, guys, let's pick it. Stay with us when we come back. We'll have Jeffrey the Edge Schechter and his picks coming up next on Football's Play to Win.
Chevy is taking people lots of places this holiday.
We're going swimming!
We're going to find the perfect tree.
We're going to Nana.
Let your Chevy dealer take you there with Chevy Red Tags, where the price you see is the price you pay.
Happy holidays from Chevy.
Find new places, find new roads. Very well qualified buyers may also be eligible to get 2.49% financing plus $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. And you may qualify for $500 bonus cash on most Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups when you find your red tag.
Getting your children caught up on all their immunizations is one of the most powerful things you can do. This is a superhero moment. Protect your kids against dangerous diseases and make sure they're ready to face the world. Normal is coming. Call your pediatrician today.
We work late, so you can sleep easier. Our dedication is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Get any size furnace for just $49.99 a month.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
Today's college and NFL predictions report is being brought to you by the Georgia Department of Public Health. Vaccination is the best tool to protect lives and stop the spread of COVID-19 in Georgia. Learn more at dph.georgia.gov/COVID-vaccine.
Welcome back. Our college and NFL predictions are brought to you by the Georgia Department of Public Health. Jeffrey the Ed Schechter, take us through the picks. This is the fun stuff.
Well, we were 2-2 last week. Thought I was 3-1. I thought I had Buffalo winner with 13 seconds to go, but Kansas City is a wild team. This week, I like in the AFC, I think Burrows is the greatest. You're getting 7 against Kansas City, whose defense is just mediocre. Keep Kansas City off the field. Cincinnati beat them about a month ago. I think Cincinnati could either beat them or give them a game. I take the 7 points. It's generous. In the NFC, I like the 49ers. They know how to win. They get 3.5 at the Rams. I like the Niners. Take the 3.5. They've already beaten the Rams twice this year. I think they got their number. Their defense is excellent. So good luck, everybody.
Well, you hate to see the season come to a close, but man, it has been a wild ride getting to this point. This has been an awesome show. Thank you again, Jesse Tuggle, home team Brandon Lee. Love having you guys today and love having all of you join in for another week of Football's Play to Win. We'll see you all next week, same time, same place, Saturday, 9 a.m. on Fox 5.
Today's show has been brought to you by This Is It Barbecue, Atlanta Peach Movers, and your Atlanta Nissan dealers.